Hello, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and welcome back. Welcome back to Vaping Dawn to Dusk. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Eli Juicy Jones, and this is our old interview show, chat show, that I've decided by popular request to bring back at nighttime. So here it is, Monday night. Right now it's 5:30 Pacific. That's 8:30 Eastern Time, and this time start can be flexible. And our guest tonight is Brady. Hold on one second. Let me just get my view up with Brady and take him off mute. How are you, buddy?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, it's good to see you. Let me just make sure my controls are all set up here. It's all good. So, hello to everybody who joined us. Michaela James, Alaska Vapor Dude Mang Ford, Tony, Jameson, Frank Einstein. That's a cool name. All of you, thanks so much. And also Owen, Double DMs is here. Everybody's here. There's too many names to read. So you guys are all great. Anybody who wants to tune in and be on the show, if you're already set up on Zoom, you can go ahead and dial into any time. Ask us on Discord. And if you don't already have a Discord account and you haven't already joined us, then click on the link in the description. Join us on Discord, and we can get you set up to come on here and talk to us anytime. So Brady, what are you vaping on? What's up?
Ooh, I got a lot of stuff I'm vaping on right now.
All at once, like a giant cetaceous beast.
I got so many different flavors coming at me. I can't even keep them straight. So at the moment, we got banana cannoli.
Oh yeah.
In the engine, okay, OBS engine. We got Puff Labs Psycho Kitty.
Oh yeah.
In the K216.
Yeah, with the Capo 216, you can vape enough.
Oh yeah. And let's see here. And then in the Rig Pig V2, we got some 7 Days Red's Iced Apple. And last but not least, in the Soarin' Drop, we got the Mint to Be from Vape Crusaders in the Soarin' Drop.
Yummy. That's delicious. Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Orbital Vaping Headquarters is all about quitting smoking and understanding the science of vaping and getting old and building a community. Well, I've been here for 3 years. The anniversary is just coming up. I'm just about to do a crazy anniversary where I give away 11 of these iJoy diamond tanks, which is cool, that we got at the last West Coast Vape Expo. They handed us a whole box of them just to give away to you, so it's really great. And so anyway, I really appreciate it. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. That is Brady right there. Brady McLeod's.
Hello.
So one of the things that happened to me today that was special that I'm pretty excited about is that I got this from iJoy. I don't think anybody else has this. It's the wand kit. Wah, 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 wah. I'm going full screen for this. Watch. Boom. I'm pretty sure nobody else has that thing yet, which is pretty cool. It's an internal battery. One button, 5-click on, 5-click off, USB charging mod that runs, I guess, in bypass, and it comes with a diamond tank. I don't think it's any more complicated than that in this case. I'm looking for a drip tip. And it works pretty well. I've only had it for a few hours. I kind of wanted the one that is adjustable, or that has the, what did you say it had in it, a 20 or a 21? The Saber kit?
I think it can handle 21 700s, but I could be mistaken and it only handles 27. But
this also could be a fixed wattage device. I don't know, for all I know. I mean, it's made to work with this diamond tank, but I mean, it actually, I put the air on halfway and it vapes fine. I mean, it works fine.
Yeah,
it's really good. Dude Mang is saying it needs a single 21 700 regulated tube, and that's the Saber. I believe. Yeah. I believe the iJoy Saber. I'll be getting that one of these days.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of battery's in this. I'm going to use this for a while, do an unboxing, use it. I'll do a Vape AM Wednesday about this. And then next week sometime, I'm going to try to open it up. I might destroy it. I don't know. Depends if I can get them to send me another one. I mean, if I can get them to... I mean, if I can nuke it, I mean, they shouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Good push.
I meant to, did a little bit of a cough there. I meant to turn my volume on mute.
You gave us a Rick Sanchez right there.
I apologize for that. Yeah, so overall though, I mean, I'm kind of stoked about it. It's one of the, all things like this are kind of a little end heavy. Like, you know that your lightsaber wouldn't be end heavy. Yeah. Right? Because what does that weigh? All those electrons? Or a plasma, whatever it is. We don't know.
Well,
Laser
your
sword.
critical might give it a little bit of heft to it, you know.
A little bit of Jim Jab.
Yeah.
Hey, we got compliments for your background. Me, however, all I have is Han Solo and a blank corkboard. No wonder I was so small.
Thanks, Michaela. Hey, guys, what's up? I just pulled up the chat here, so now I can finally see what's going on.
Did you know that I'm only like a couple of subscribers away from 5,000? I'm going to actually look and see what it says. I don't know. We probably, you know, I'll probably go down now that I mentioned that.
Woot woot.
Yeah, I don't even know how the new interface shows you that anymore. 4,099 subscribers. So maybe after today's episode, we'll get one more subscriber. That'd be great. I'd be totally stoked. Hey, Ford F-150 Angelo put $10 in the kitty in the super chat system. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. That is the second show in a row you've done that. And I love you, sir. Thank you so much, deeply and affectionately. And you know that helps put food in the dog bowl and the whole 9 yards. And so I appreciate it. And Michaela says, my background's nice, but yours is exciting. I'm going to paraphrasing.
Vibrant and cheerful.
Yeah, she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I got in the mail. What did I do with them? It's almost like I have a live show and I never prepare. But I went and I picked up. They sent me 3 boxes of these coils for y'all, and so I can finally get all of these mad, humongous piles of tanks all put together and sent out to the winners to this. And we're going to do that just for the anniversary right at the end of the month. So it's cool. It's like next week or the week after. And I'm pretty excited. In fact, while we chatted, I was going to wipe off some of the cases which still have moisture in them and stuff. This was D10, used to judge unknown D10 liquid.
A D10? Ooh.
I don't know what it was.
Who could be D10?
Some of them were pretty bad. Not many, though. But I did vape all of them before I took them out. I put them in the ultrasonic. I was like, I want to know what they all taste like. The worst ones had no taste, which is an interesting trend. Oh, it looks like Adam has to go to work, unfortunately. Oh, looks like Steven bought a new family. I didn't know. I heard that slavery was a terrible problem in the UK. And it looks like he's purchased a whole family.
Nice. Nice. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you can get replacements.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can always use a spare.
My mother used to tell me, like, don't forget, I can replace you till you're 18.
Yep. Yep. And the other great one is, brought you into this world, I can take you out.
That's right. That's right. I'll tell you what's up. So what else? What else have you gotten that's new this week? I know that Gary. What did Gary get? He got a new another mesh tank in the mail for his collection. He said family car. I thought you probably just meant a new family.
Yeah, why not?
I'm sure your family's glad to have that it's a new car and you didn't come home with a new family. Dear, I hate to put you out, but who are these people that you brought home? Oh, hon, this is a good story. Let me tell you.
I mean, you don't have to do dishes anymore.
I don't know. I won't know you.
Yeah.
Not for me. Certainly not for me. Remember all those arguments we had about money? We're not going to have any of those anymore.
Right.
That's right.
So what is new in my repertoire? I have to say this Soaring Drop. I mean, I know it's not anything new on the market, but it's new to me. And I got some Nick salts in it, and I am very, very pleased with what I've got here. Very, very content.
I think Nick salts are kind of the new thing. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get those into everybody's hands. I'm going to put an invite into the Discord channel. I forgot to do that.
Hey, Dave, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope everything's going well with your family, brother.
Hey, there's David. That's great. It's great to see you, buddy. I am glad to see you. Yeah, it's been a tough year on everybody. Him not the least. Woo.
Thanks, Michaela.
Yeah, so ding. I feel like it's like it came with a cool diamond tank that was just regular stainless steel. Mine's already rainbow.
Oh, so they're stainless steel, eh?
Yeah. Well, the one that came with this, but the colors that this comes in are sick. I'll try to find I don't know.
I misunderstood you. I thought you meant the coil itself was stainless steel, the mesh coil.
No. But this thing comes in red, rainbow, black, this silver. It comes in some cool colors. I kind of want the dark red one because I saw that. Do you remember at the show they had that Zenith 3 in dark red? Oh my God. That looks so sick.
That looks so sick. With like that flat black on it, man, that looks so sweet.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It reminds me of the Imperial guards that guard, you know, like the Empire and all them dudes. That's what that reminded me of, the color scheme.
Those dudes that got their asses handed to them in the last Star Wars movie? Spoiler alert!
Yeah, for sure. Those guys.
Spoiler alert, asses handed to them.
The elite Emperor.
That's right. Slashed up in little pieces. That was a good fight, too. Real good fight.
That was a sick scene.
It was one of those, like, let's fight it out, honey.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
There was some anger sex there. But
it was like, what was that? Mr. and Mrs. Jones or whatever with Brad Pitt, Angela, and Jolie.
Right. But although the stakes were much higher because the whole galaxy and all those souls. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith had like 2 kids.
Yeah, you're right.
Or what am I saying? They were legit spies. So, you know, they had sort of like, there was some national stuff going on. I didn't pay attention to the plot. I just thought it was fun. I liked that movie.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Even with Vince Vaughn in there, he was like the arms dealer. I love that part.
Okay, here's some way off topic, not vape talk. Have you seen the movie Spy with Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Jason Statham in that movie? He plays the one that believes in face swapping.
That was Jason Statham?
Yeah, the whole time he was like, no, oh no, you believe, I know you got face swapping. I mean, he played Jason Statham, except stupid as a brick. It was the funniest role he's ever done, I think. It was so funny.
Man,
we bought that when it came on to like Amazon just so we could watch that scene over and over. Oh, there's like 3 or 4 scenes where he's like so dumb, it's just astronomically funny that he would agree to be that dumb. Because he normally plays, you know, the super spy, tough guy, know-it-all, you know, like Mr. James Bond. And he plays that same guy, but he's an idiot. It's so funny. It's so funny. And they all know he's an idiot. Like, she has him, he believes the face-swapping machine works. You know, like that movie, Face Off, that John Woo directed. He thinks that's real.
Yeah.
He's like, I know the CIA's got the face-swapping machine. Oh, my God, he's funny.
He sneezes and then shoots him.
Yeah. Oh my God. That movie is so funny. Really funny. So yeah. You know that Josh has seen that. There probably isn't a movie Mr. Cinematographer hasn't seen. I wonder about that actually. Like Josh is into movies, but I have a question for you. Are you into movies because you're a cinematographer? Did you love like taking pictures and then learn to do video, or are you like a movie freak? Because I have a lot of friends who are one of each. Either they're like photographers or they grew up as film dorks. Like their parents, like my parents showed me Ingmar Bergman films when I was 8 years old and stuff like that. I became a film dork, not necessarily a picture dork. Anyway, I'm just curious. Oh, he said both. Yeah. So that means he's seen a ton of films that probably no one cares about or whatever. Like I've seen a ton of films that are like, whatever.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I catch myself just getting stuck on old Turner Classic, the channel, and watching old stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. I watched, I like, my thing is 70s science fiction. Before, and I include like up to 81 because that was Blade Runner, but it's like 70s science fiction was all unique and it was all bespoke. It was all one story, one thing, not universes, and not, even Star Wars wasn't supposed to be a big universe thing, you know, even though Lucas says it is, but Lucas is a fool. So I love like Andromeda Strain and the original Star Trek, the motion picture from '79, and the Black Hole from '79, and Westworld, and The Lathe of Heaven, which was the first made-for-TV movie ever. It cost $1 million, and it was produced by PBS on the Ursula K. Le Guin story, which was amazing. And there's just a lot of really cool science fiction movies from the '70s that are very high quality and very original. And now they're just a lot. God, it's really tough to get one that's not just a cookie-cutter movie.
John Carpenter, The Thing. Yeah,
that is an amazing movie. Yeah, that is an amazing movie. And that's kind of inside the envelope of that too, like those old school. It wasn't really like maybe Aliens is when they started getting real cookie cutter because because what's his name? He really nailed it with that movie. I mean, he like really nailed it. Like totally made a blockbuster action that's been copied so many fucking times. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, and he was just literally copying the other script. It has all the milestones are exactly the same milestones as in the first movie. He literally just remade it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. And they're redoing The Thing, I think, which it doesn't really need it, honestly. That movie still is awesome.
They already did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did back in like early 2000s. I can't remember the name of it, but like same concept, except it's like a female doctor instead of Kurt Russell or whoever the dude is.
Kurt Russell can do no wrong.
Roadhouse.
Dude, my favorite is Soldier from '94 or whatever, like '92. Soldier is a sequel to Blade Runner. Well, it's a prequel for Blade Runner. It's about it's about one of the original soldiers in that world that they're making human machines, and he is thrown into the garbage planet because they upgrade them. And in the garbage planet, he finds a whole bunch of colonists who thought they were starting a colony. Then someone decided it was going to be a garbage planet, and they didn't care. So there they were, and then they were going to use it as military exercises to show off the new military bots to kill everyone. And so Kurt Russell is there, escaped from New York and just sitting there, and he like learns to love them, and he shows them how to be strong. At one point, there's this beautiful scene where he doesn't know how to relate to people because he's a machine, and a little child is getting attacked by a snake, and the first time he attacks the snake, and the second time he like grabs the snake and puts it on the ground, and then he gives the kid a shoe. He goes, he's going to teach the kid to be strong. You know what I mean? Like, and their society's pacifist. Anyway, it's an amazing movie. It's an amazing movie where he protects them because of he realizes what the value of family. He's never known it before. And they embrace him because they realize the value of being strong for the sake of protecting your family. Anyway, great shit.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'll go on hours on these old sci-fi movies. I love this shit. I love science fiction. Oh, so Michaela's complaining that the puppy's not going to bed. Good luck. Now the problem is it's broad daylight, and it's time to go to bed. Like, I tried to go to bed early for my show on Saturday, and I had to use I have little blinders. I live in so far north. I have little blinders.
Yeah, it does not get dark up there. You got like
it does, but
daylight. It is ridiculous. I'm like, when does it get dark here? I can't sleep.
But let me tell you, the converse is the worst. In December, it's insane. In December, it's dark at 4 o'clock. 4. Yeah, 9:30. So it's early in the year. Pretty excited. Yeah, it's dark. It's like dark at 4 o'clock. You'll race to work and it'll be like no daylight, and then it'll be some daylight during work, and you race home and it's dark, and you go home and you're just like, Rrr. And about 6 o'clock, you're like, I guess I'll go to bed.
I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing to do. I already binge watched all Stranger Things 3 times.
Oh God, yeah. We love our TV in the winter here.
I can't wait for the new season of Stranger Things.
I'm pretty excited. I can't wait for that new season of Game of Thrones. Look at that.
Bro, love the shirt.
A song of juice and vapor, baby.
The shirt, baby. Love that shirt. I can't wait.
A vape has no name.
That is sick. I just got mine out of it's drying right now, my Tyrium one.
Don't forget to wash these inside out, because this is the cheap iron-on, right? Can you tell? I laid it down.
Yeah.
I started feeling. I'm like, yeah, this is the cheap iron-on. You got to wash these inside out. It still won't last, but I love it.
Hang dry them so they don't fucking peel.
Yeah, I actually like the slim fit of these.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ford F-150 says that he has a button on his butt that he sits down and falls asleep. I wish I were that way. Oh my God, I'm jealous.
There's a preview for the new horror or Stranger Things?
Ooh, that's good news.
What? I will look that up as soon as I am done. Thank you for that information, Dave.
David Harms lived in Iceland a year, played softball at 4 a.m., no lights. Yeah, that's right. You're up there.
My mom just got back from Iceland a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, she said it was just crazy how it stays daylight all the time.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, instead if there was an Olympic sleeping team, he had to be the captain. No, I did not see your comment about iJoy. Michaela. Is it the is your voice activated mod not shutting up? I tried to use my voice activation again a few minutes ago and I was like, oh no. Where is it? It's right here. Hello, iJoy.
Let's just forget that has voice activation and use it normally. Because it looks okay.
I love this mod, actually. Yeah, it's good. My only problem with it is that you have to turn it off in your pocket because it fires accidentally real easy. I mean, if you don't ever put it in your pocket, no big deal, but there's not like a lock.
Two guns? Two guns.
No, I don't. Wait, that sounds familiar.
It does.
I don't think so, though.
Is it a newer movie? Remind me who's in it, Josh.
Yeah, good question. What were they going to call you about? Michaela says that iJoy was going to call her.
And they didn't.
I never call anybody I say I'm going to. Keeps them on their toes.
Okay.
So there's a mall you have to look up for that movie. They must have shot it there. It's so funny. I remember when they were shooting. They shot a bunch of movies over where I live, but I remember where I grew up. But I remember when they were shooting RoboCop. That was right in my backyard, and all that shit was right there. They have like. He says Steve does a cameo selling ice cream. That's awesome. I watched a YouTube video earlier of Terry Crews, like going over all his roles that he's had in movies, and man, I love that guy so much. That guy can do no wrong.
He is funny.
Well, Michaela, they're probably just busy. I mean, I'm not sure what your business with them is, but I know for a fact there's only 4 of them running the entire United States operation. So if you can do it over email, try that, I would say.
Steve who has a cameo?
I don't know. Oh, he filmed one of those, Two Guns. It sounds really familiar, like that came out recently. Doesn't it?
Is that the one where it's like 2 brothers and there's like 1 girl and they're weed dealers or something, and like the girl gets kidnapped and they got to get the girl back? Is that the one you're talking about, Josh? Okay.
Oh no, it's Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Oh my God, was that really 2013? Was that 5 years ago? That feels like 100 years ago. Marky Mark and Denzel. Yeah, there you go. God, it feels like that's 10,000 years ago. Actually, I haven't seen that one. I remember laughing at the previews at Marky Mark and Denzel Washington fighting with each other. Speaking of Denzel Washington, that was Terry Crews' first movie. Was that he was working security in Hollywood, and he was just on the set with Anton Fuqua, and he was like, "Hey man, I want to use you. You want to be in this movie?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do anything you want." And so he actually, because Terry Crews is in that last scene where Denzel Washington is freaking out at everybody. He's that black dude in the black t-shirt, and they just used him because he was big, scary looking.
Yeah. And
that was Josh's big first movie shoot. That's cool.
You're welcome, Model Vapes. I forgot to. Yeah. There's your dab, bro. That picture, that shot is sick. It looks like you're fucking levitating.
Are you talking about Stephen Waddell?
Yeah. I couldn't remember his first name. Steve.
Oh yeah, Owen. Yeah, training day. That's exactly it. Anton Fuqua sitting there, and then there's Terry Crews, just like, yeah, I'll do whatever you like. He had him come back like every day or whatever. It's cool. Yes, we're all dorky movie lovers. I've got the big man crush on. Yeah, Ethan Hawke was really good in that. On Terry Crews and on The Rock. If it's got the word The Rock on it, I'll go see it. The Rock. Like, I don't care. The Rock, I'm down. I love that guy. I fell in love with him way, way early, too. Not when he was a wrestler, because I didn't watch wrestling at the time. But I remember the first time I saw an interview with him. First time. It was one of those interviews where they follow him doing interviews. And I was like, oh, yeah, this guy. He was the Mummy. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, this guy, he was the Mummy. And I was like, that was cool. The Scorpion King. I was like, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then I saw him doing interviews, and he was the nicest, kindest, friendliest. I was like, oh my God, like that guy must be a dream to work with. And ever since then, if it has his name on it, I'll go, no matter what, because he is a good guy. You can tell. Yeah,
he's a total philanthropist, no doubt.
Look, there's Josh Wiest. He was 19 when they did 2 Guns, and you'll be 99 when you do 99 Guns. They'll do a sequel. That'll be great.
It'll all be in CGI because all the actors will be dead.
Yeah. And your job will be roboticized. You'll just be flying a joystick or programming something with your stick, with your mouth. Or you'll be a floating head of a cinematographer. That's cool. I wonder if he thought he'd be driving that A8 when he was 19. He's like, hell yes, soon too.
Yeah. 26, you got plenty of life ahead of you, brother.
By the way, speaking of nice cars, what about Sadiq's 440i?
Oh my God.
Right? Just listening to that thing, it just goes, please, I want to go fast, please. It's like a sarcastic little snarly aluminum, like it's all, you can tell it wants to go fast as shit.
I mean, he steps on the pedal and you get thrown back. I mean, and it's just from one red light to the next. It's ridiculous.
And I'm still shocked at all that stock. Like all of that is just stock. I'm like, wow. He's got like 400 horsepower stock on this thing. Wow.
Hey,
yeah, Rob Lee.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, that thing. He got to go for a ride in it too, man. It's crazy.
And you know, Rob's new Civic isn't that bad either. I'm not comparing it to a 440i. Well, yes, I am, but compared to the 440i, it's not that bad. As far as driving in the city, that thing is really fun too. I wish I had gone on a ride with you. Yeah, I bet you when that Audi starts up in cold weather, it's like, yes, delicious dense air. I'm going to growl. I'm going to see if I can't get everybody chickens out. Now, you guys don't forget that you can click on the link in Discord and come here and you can join us in this conversation and hang out. Ask us any question you want. Also, if you're live, ask a question. I'll do a little identification. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I am Eli Juicy Jones. This is Vaping Dawn to Dusk. And Vaping Dawn to Dusk is an interview show, a talk show, a hangout show, Monday nights. And we used to do this on Saturday mornings. And Orbital Vaping Headquarters is just your vape fam. We're here to get old and not die, to understand the science and how vaping works. And I do reviews. We talk to people. We're on 3 times a week, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Monday nights. Thanks. And this is Brady McLeod's. Ha!
What's that?
Just reading chat here. I want to thank everybody who joined in with chat. Stephen and Owen and Michaela and Rob. Yes, going to ride, and Rob. We can all have a Civic Patrol, all 3 of us, if I drive to Vegas too.
Yeah,
you guys are the nice ones. It's funny kind of what Honda heads we are when it comes to practicality. I mean, those cars are just great. Sorry, really good cars.
Resale value. That's all I'm saying.
And even so, I keep on thinking about selling it, and I'm like, our Honda is 10 years old, and now I'm like, why? The only reason I would do it is if I wanted something that had more power or something that was newer. But the thing is, I don't. I care so little about cars. I'm more likely to buy a really sick motorcycle. God save me! Don't let me near a motorcycle the other shift. I'll do some impractical things. because I love them. Oh, Michaela found her bikini. Is it that hot? Here too. I have a fan pointed right at me. And I'm not wearing pants. I don't know if I told you guys, but it is hot as hell in here. I'm only wearing a shirt here and my underwear. It is hot. Hot. The whole house is burning up.
I'm in the sanctity of my basement where it is nice and cool. Degrees.
So remember we were talking about the perils of maybe a fixed battery version of this? It's not a 21 or whatever. The thing is, it came with no manual, so don't know anything about it technically. So I'm not even sure how to find out, but it vapes on this diamond tank just fine.
Woo, woo.
Yeah. It's hard for me to figure out, like, what exact wattage it's vaping at. Feels like maybe 55 or 60.
Cannoli time.
Oh, that sounds good.
Dude, this cannoli with a cup of coffee is ecstasy in the morning.
I'm completely weak in the knees for all of the Van Gogh Vapes dessert line. It's absolutely freakishly, embarrassingly good. And it makes me want to just forsake everything and just drink the shit. It's ridiculous. And when I get it in the mail, I like, they'll give me 120s and stuff, and I'm still like, precious. Every drop, every sperm is sacred. I'm like so precious with it because it's so good. Oh my God, Michaela busted out the bikini emoji. That is awesome.
Oh, E's for Preston. Okay.
Hey, my dog is sitting there on the marble next to the front door in the dark. You've seen my house, so that this whole hallway is totally dark. It's the coolest place in the house, and she's laying on the marble like going, ugh. Josh says he sold a 91 Honda Accord for $1,000. You just can't do better. And I remember I talked to an old mechanic, I think it was when I had my Mercedes W124, and he was telling me what a good car that was. And he said, yeah, and we started talking about Hondas, because I was like, yeah, this is my first Mercedes. Most of my cars have been Hondas. And he was like, oh yeah, Hondas. You'll open up one of those old engines and take the top off, and it's all just perfectly clean inside. If you open up an old Ford, like a 79 Mustang, it just looks like a rat died inside the car, the freaking pistons.
Oil and just grit.
And shit, carbon all over it, but not a Honda. They're just fucking, yes, sir.
They're tight, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. Keep running, sir.
You just got to worry about your wheel well and the fenders rusting out a little bit. That's what they're notorious for. It's like up in the wheel well in the back quarter panel.
This is a problem I've never had because I've never been anywhere near salt.
Well, that's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania salt trucks in wintertime. It is freaking wreaks havoc on our roads and our vehicles.
Yeah.
Frames and all. Half the
people, frames.
They get their vehicles sprayed with underpaint coating that's like rhino lining so that it won't rust.
Oh, good idea. Em says she's never spent more than 500 pounds on a car. Yeah, my most expensive car was that Mercedes ever, and it was $2,500 US. So that's about 1,700 pounds.
352,000 miles
on the Accord. That's awesome. I believe it. Yeah, and those Mercedes that I had, the W124s, they're not even broken in for 100,000 miles. They would give you a badge for every 100,000 miles you drove your car, and you put it on the front. And I had one badge, and I had 187. I was going to 2, and then I got rid of it. I don't know where the car is now. I had circumstances that made it go away. But anyway, so that car was on its way. It was fine, and that car drove with a finger. All my mechanics were like, "Thank you for bringing this car in because it's so fucking easy to work on. Thank you." That was the last car that Mercedes made that was built to a spec instead of a price.
Yeah.
That series, the W124 series. Oh my God, a Saab did 1,000,000 miles. That also like Gold Wings and stuff. Gold Wings break into 100,000 miles. They say if you have a 75,000 mile Gold Wing, it's just broken in, just starting to get broken in. I mean, those things are amazing too. And I love Honda for that. They're like, yeah, no problem. I don't think people realize this. If you take care of them, how freaking durable they literally are not going to die. And you know, if you keep it covered and the fluids all checked up, start it up every month, and they will not die. They're astonishing.
Yeah, they will go.
I know. I can't stop talking about motorcycles now. What is this Honda Clarity that Jameson asks about? Have you heard of that?
No, I don't know about that. Clarity, sir.
There's a challenge right now. Somebody is riding 1,000,000 miles right now on a motorcycle tour for charity. And I think it's Suzuki or someone, or Yamaha gave him a touring bike. He started out on like some Yamaha, and then he did like a couple of 100,000 miles, and now they're giving him a brand new other one. They're going to give him another one later on. I mean, isn't that the smartest PR move ever, to give a guy free bikes who's pledged to go 1,000,000 miles? Like, hell yeah, we'd love to have a 1,000,000-mile bike in our stable.
What's up, Mad Max Vapes? How you doing?
Hey, Mad Max Vapes, great to see you. That's Brady McLeod. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and we're just having a hangout. If you're on our Discord channel, click the link in the bio. There's an invitation in there for anybody who wants to join this. Just go in there and click on that, and if you have Zoom set up, you can join us. You can ask a question, too, and we'll answer them about any topic. Look, there's our buddy Owen.
Owen!
Let's see if I can get him.
Owen in the house.
There he is. Owen is now turning his camera back and forth. In fact, Owen was so kind to help us set this up earlier and practice, and so we know it works. Am I right? Like, we're sure it works. Hey, Owen. Oh, dude. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You look like you were set up for some serious gaming right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can just see Owen. After work. Yeah, earlier Owen was at work, so it was like, here's work stuff going on, and now he's fucking at home, and it's like headphones, Walking Dead poster, Rift loading up right now. Yeah, vape, totally.
Wow. Yeah, World of Warcraft.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Has the expansion come out yet? Is it time for me to re-up and do the expansion?
Pre-patch is tomorrow, and release is a month later.
Okay, so pretty soon I got to get in there and do that.
Yeah, I think it's August 14th or 17th, one of those two.
Right on. Yeah, I always go in and play for a month or two. I'm not like hardcore, you know me, but I will go in there and check it out. I know it's all different too. I haven't even done the last half of the last one either, so I'm going to be like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Reading every screen.
Yeah.
I'm still playing my Star Wars all the time. I love that game.
Which
Look what
one?
I got on. This is the one that does not have a replaceable battery.
Oh, that's pretty sharp. I like that.
It's okay. I'm going to see when it... How do you measure this, though? Like, I haven't really counted the puffs.
Let's get this lined up.
Oh, Steven says he just paid $20,000 for his new car with all the extras. Not the family. The family was much more expensive. I like the family thing better. That was funnier.
Yeah.
No, seriously, though, that's good. Dawn and I, we've talked about new cars, and every time we look at the Honda, like, we'll go to the dealership, and they'll be, like, trying to sell us on a new Honda, and they're great, you know, or a new Fit or something, and they're great, but we're like, I'm sorry, you did too good a job. We love the car, and it's running awesome. So it's got 70,000 miles on it. It's 16 years old. So you show me the finish line where you get more money out of us. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not an easy sell. And half the time they offer to buy it. I know you'd love me to have a payment. I know it, but I don't. I'm not selling you the car.
Not happening.
I know, right? They always want to buy the cars. That's their last line, you know.
Yeah. What are you driving now?
Yeah.
What do you got now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, after I've already told them all about how that's the last Civic they sold us was the last Civic they're going to sell us because they fucked up. They made too good a car. Sorry.
Right.
Maybe it'll look unfashionable later, but not.
I like that style, the early 2000.
It's okay. It's very meh. It doesn't have these cool aggressive lines y'all's have.
I mean, mine's a 4-door, but mine's kind of bubbly.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. No, I think yours is more of a wedge.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe so.
More bumbly. I don't know.
Yeah, probably so.
But Rob's is fucking sick.
Yeah, Rob's is kind of like pre-modified. You look at his and you're like, well, all the kit's already installed. Like it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
And it's pretty quick too. It's got like 50% more horsepower than mine, right out of the box.
Plus, you can't go wrong with that hatchback. You know what I mean? Like that's like right here. I need a hatchback.
Yeah, the sedan is dead. 4-doors are dead. They're all 4-door hatchbacks now.
Yeah. Love it. Love it.
What about you, Owen? What are you vaping on, buddy? I should have asked you that.
Man, I'm going old school here with you fellas. RX2 with the Limitless. This is like an everyday vape that I run on at my desk. G-Box with the Pulse 24.
Good
matchy there, murdered out, Detroit style.
The old NC.
The old NC2 with the old Avocado 24.
Have we talked about the? Well, finish that, and we'll come back to the Noisy Cricket.
The last one here is the Predator with a Siren 25 mouth to lung that I built. Oh man, it's a 0.7 ohm, 20 watts, and I put 12 milligram in it.
Is it like a 14 gauge or something?
No, I put like.
I meant 28. Is it like a 28?
Yeah. 28 gauge, 10 or 11 wraps, something like that.
That sounds good.
This Dis One from Coil Vapes. This stuff is really, really good.
What ad are you using in that MTL setup, Owen?
It's the Siren 25 from DigiFlavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it knocked down. I've got like half the small hole open so that I'm getting that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something.
The long feel.
Yeah, man, I've been using the Haster since it came out, the original one, and I'll tell you what, that's sweet. And I can really dial down the air on my Entheon too, as well as the B2K. I can pair them all the same because they're both single coils. I mean, I get the other two are RDAs, but you can get that restricted air.
Sorry about that.
Deal with if you're dripping.
Actually, funny story. I got this Siren 25 in a $5 mystery box from My V Pro.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good one. That's cool.
Not bad, yeah.
You should try some Nicosalts in that and see what happens.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah,
just curious.
I wanted to give it my first run to see how I would do with it, build and wicking, etc. And it turned out perfect.
That's awesome.
So no
leaky. What's up, buddy?
Hey, that's Esteban Murillo, our friend from Costa Rica. Here they are, the coils Joy sent. DM-mesh, 12 of them. So these are going in these tanks, but that's not what I went to get. I went to get the Luxottic NC. So you've heard of this, right?
We talked about this a couple of days ago about how you were like, it's like, eh.
Yeah, it's not as good as the Noisy Cricket 2. Well, actually, the thing is, the Noisy Cricket 2, it has some build problems, so they fail. Like, eventually it's going to fail. You can buy another one, but this has basically the same chip in it. But because of the natural higher amperage of this battery, they've made it so that you can run almost nothing. Like, it really has a much higher low resistance limit than the Noisy Cricket 2 does in series.
Yeah.
And I get the safety of it and everything, but I kind of wish it were the Noisy Cricket 2 style. They were a little bit, I guess, less safe. I don't know. These batteries are intrinsically safer, but this just isn't as versatile. It runs in parallel in everything, but when you're running a parallel, the dial doesn't work, so it's just bypass.
Right.
And, it says it goes from 1 volt to 8, but that can't be true because when you put it on series, on the lowest one, it never works. So even if you go up to 2 volts, it just doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's undervolting or overvolting. It has the same error message for everything, and so it always gives you 5 or 40 blinks. 5, 10, or 40 blinks, no matter what happens. So
yeah.
So I sort of don't like it as much, even though it's pretty. If you put, it's simple. If you put higher builds on it always, then you don't have any of these problems I'm talking about. So if I were building smarter, this wouldn't be an issue at all. But I didn't have any issue at all with the Noisy Cricket 2 with anything.
Oh no, this is my go-to.
It does everything.
Everything. If I want to test out anything that I've got, depending on the build, this is the guy I run to, you know, flip the plate or not. Change it over.
It begs the question of, was the Noisy Cricket 2 lying about its limits, you know, because it seems to just work with more things.
I mean, that's absolutely possible. We've seen a lot of that in this industry since day one.
Oh, it's also possible that it's entirely possible that my bills are all a little lower than I think they are. Because I've got like 4 or 5 go-tos, I use them all the time, and so there's plenty of chances that's true. But it works with all the teens. You know, when you're in the teens, works fine and all that in parallel.
Yeah.
And I really love that. But the thing is, it doesn't really match anything, and it sort of has this allure of trying to be highfalutin with its little marbly type stuff, but it sort of has some build problems, and it was fairly expensive also. So anyway, I'm not thrilled like I thought I would be to be handed this. I mean, I bought it, but to get this, I thought, oh my God, the world has opened up. You know what I mean? It's a 2700. Now, I will say this. Parallel on a 2700 is way better, and you're getting that battery life. So that's happening on this.
Yeah.
All that's happening. I also still have this Rift Core Duo. Did you guys see last episode where I did this Rift Core Duo?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your opinions of this? I didn't ask you guys what you thought about this.
I'm skeptical of the way the cotton lays.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical of the, you know, heating element.
What it's made of.
Yeah, but I'll give it a shot.
It seems like it'd be decent for someone that's just trying to get into RDAs.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I can say about it is that it's easy to wick, but the flavor really isn't worth fucking with. It's just not that good. And I saw some people have problems with it getting dry hits and stuff, but I didn't have too much of a problem with that. But I use Texas Tough, and I'm pretty deliberate with the way I do it. But, I mean, it could not be easier to wick. That's true. But the flavor just is not that great. I mean, I've sort of picked it up so many times. I've vaped on it for days and days and days. And then I've picked it up since the episode, and I keep on going, man.
Be right back.
Word.
And Michaela said she got the new color, the Eisner Luxotic BF box.
Dude, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounds really nice. I'm interested in that.
I haven't gotten into much of. I've watched a lot of new stuff come out, and just haven't had any desires to buy anything.
That's exactly how I feel. I just don't feel. You know, there's enormous pressure on me too as a reviewer to like buy every single thing, and I think on y'all as regular consumers to buy every little thing, and I think that is just absolutely insane. I just don't see most stuff as being worth a darn. I mean, if it doesn't have a 2700 battery in it, first of all, you know, at least if not a 21, I don't understand why. I get that people already have the 18s, but you know, iJoy made it work. They have batteries in every box. So it seems lazy.
Yeah.
And greedy.
You know. I prefer the bigger batteries just due to the higher amp draws, honestly.
It's pure, and for me, it's pure safety. I mean, what you're saying is basically comes back to safety.
That's exactly what it is.
They are the safe battery limits we've been wishing for years.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
You know, and I love to build 07, 08.
Oh yeah, that's right. And especially like I'll put like outrageous builds on them, and they'll come out to 0.09 or whatever, and I look at this and it'll say, well, this one's a little high actually, but it'll say 30 amp, and I'm like, okay, that's what the 30 amp is the correct build. That's what I want. Right. It's inside the safety of my little guys. That thing works killer with my Aspire Cleto Pro.
Yeah, I was really intrigued when they first, you know, sprung that mod. I thought, man, we've been going down. I mean, you remember my passion for the first Noisy Cricket.
Oh yeah.
You know?
This is not what we hoped, I think.
Yeah.
It does look nice.
What up,
You know, frankly, I know it's dorky, but I use my my iJoy crazy heavy steel like rainbow flashy giant plastic dial more because I just do. It's just a cheap series box,
Right.
and it's got USB charging and safety and all that. And this actually works more like the Noisy Cricket did. Just screw in and go,
Mm-hmm.
and you can turn the beeping off.
Yeah. Nuisance.
I love that.
Righty, man. What
Did
is
you
the
mention
evening vape show on Mondays?
It's madness. It's evening madness.
It's Vaping Dawn, Dusk.
What's this? That's right. More coffee or bed. Eric is saying more coffee or bed. I'm actually drinking water, if you can believe it. No, that's boring.
Eric, you better ride with the big dogs, brother.
Mountain Dew.
You better
Herbert
strap
Camacho Mountain Dew.
Baja Blast version.
Bam. The OG.
Yeah, my
I'm
man.
so boring. How am I so boring? This explains how I do Vape AM all the time. Is it 6 o'clock? I'm drinking this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is the coolest cozy I've ever invested in.
Crocodile?
They're like, look, check this out. I can take this little bottom core out, and I can put this in the freezer.
Madness!
Bam. Like
I love it, actually.
Cold soda.
Actually, that's really clever, actually. I'm giving them some credit. It's got an ice cube in the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big old chunk of ice.
It looks like Am's has got a Brother Rhubarb custard cider. That sounds good. Oh, JT Munn says the feed is breaking up. Try refreshing. I wonder if there's something wrong.
Oh, no.
It says it's dropped no frames. It could be lying.
Yeah, and ever since I bumped my data up, I'm like right on point with everything.
You look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally dialed in.
That 300 megs down.
What's your upload speed?
40, 50.
Oh, that's what it is. I wish I had your upload. I've only got 12.
Yeah.
But that's the big single limiter. In fact, we used to do this show with Luke, and we always had a problem. But his internet speed was always capped at like 3 megs up.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. That time we did the DIY show with 4 cameras, that was a miracle, I tell you. That was a good day on internet history. It was like the gods were like, yes, you can have your feed. Yeah, your feed looks amazing now.
Yeah, I used to be capped at 2 originally.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Em says she's got 250 down and 30 or 40 up. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I called one day and I had a problem with the data and mentioned something to them. And they're like, well, you should be getting 15 up. And then the technician comes out and looks at the router that I'm using and says, well, you never would have gotten 15 up even if you wanted because it was capped at the router at 10. And I said, well, that'd have been nice to know that I was being overcharged for something that I couldn't even handle due to your equipment. But regardless, I'm not getting past 2.
Yeah. But now you're getting a ton. We actually have a new cable modem on the way, and it ought to at least make mine so that I have fewer days where I'm like, sorry guys, something's wrong. Like some mornings it just doesn't work. So that shouldn't happen anymore. We can't get Comcast to rewire our building because it's one of those old, annoying things where, our building's wired differently than other buildings, and they have it on a list somewhere. One of these days, they're already aware. But it actually comes in from the top and goes to the bottom and then up to everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Is that necessary? I don't think so. We need to cut 10 floors off that and go into the basement.
Comcast should just buy out an apartment or a condo at the top floor and just turn it into a station.
That would be amazing. And if they really did redo the building, though, it'd be really good for me because if they redid the building, they would put the box in the basement, and we live on the first floor. So that would be good. So we're like, yeah, Comcast, you guys need to get on that. I just put my pulse.
You get 300. That's pretty sick.
I'll take that. With fiber,
Right.
God, I want that. I just put my gold Pulse 24 on here. That looks amazing.
Mm.
And they told me that this button is all wrong. We had a conversation with iJoy, and she was like, that mod was supposed to be different. It was supposed to be the same mod with not ridiculous button. It was supposed to be a flat button. And instead they molded this like insane, you know, it's, if you've seen it in person, it's like, wow, that's a crazy big button. Like, oh, that dial's giant.
I like it.
Yeah, Brady likes it. I'm in the middle. I think it's fine. The thing's so useful. I don't give a shit. I'm like, yeah, gimme.
Yeah, that's Tao and Maui's baby right there. They came up with that idea and pitched it, and they made it.
Really? Because it's a fucking great idea.
That was them. That was Tao and Maui.
Oh, I didn't know. No wonder this thing's so great. It's so It's so like just, it's just does what it needs to do, and it charges at 2 amps. If you have a fast charger, it charges at 2 amps.
That white looks sweet.
Yeah, the white looks good.
Yeah.
I got requests from everybody for the white one, but I've already assigned it to.
That would look good on there.
I mean, oh yeah, it would.
Right?
The diamond tank.
Ooh, the diamond?
Let me shine your diamond. They have all these little pretty colors also with them. With the drip tips that came with them, yellow and blue and red.
Yeah. And black.
Yeah, I didn't get a black one though, actually.
Oh,
Interestingly
WTF.
enough. And the one I just got, this wand kit, came with another stainless steel one with a different drip tip. It is a groovy red one.
Yeah. Show other camera so I can see it. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that 3-colored?
It is. It's got like a little bit of blue and some sparkle and red.
How about the smoked out glass on the black?
Oh, I like that.
Check this out. Smoked out, yeah. Murdered out.
Murdered out, baby. That's how we do it here.
That does look good. I wonder how that black glass looks on the white one too.
Ooh.
I wonder.
Gonna get nostalgic for you, Mr. Jones.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Is it a Nuve mod?
I wish.
I was just talking to Lewis yesterday.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Good. He's got a new M3F, whatever it is. It's a freaking sick beamer. It's amazing. He's proud of it.
You should be.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, there's your old mod. With your tattoo on it. I love that.
It's been a long time since I've had this thing out, my friend.
Yeah. That's nice.
Ranger mod. I bet you these folks are still in business. RAF mods. Yeah.
So
sharp. Oh, that's right. That is the Juicy Limited.
Yeah, I need to mail it to him and get him to fix the button. He said he would. Or I'd be using it. I need a 2700 version. I tried to get him to make me one before Nuve went out of business. And he actually made a couple of prototypes, but it never got... I mean, I would still be using it. If it were a 2700 mod.
Yeah.
So is he just in a new company, or is he just not in it no more?
Nope, he's working in IT now.
Ah.
His old job. Unfortunately. I mean, he's doing fine, but they definitely put him out of the vape business.
It's a shame.
Unfortunately. Let's clean up some of these doors. I cannot wait to give these things away.
Yeah, I can't wait to win one.
Ah. I've already rigged it against you. You can't win. Right.
Yeah, definitely the best thing to do, because somebody out there is going to use it a lot more than I will.
One of them is going to Jeremy Fuchs' wife. She's going to use it. And I actually was tempted to keep one of every color, but I didn't do that.
Cool.
And actually...
Won't do it. Not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't really need them. I have an Avenger tank that's black. It's kind of cool that the Avenger tank uses the same coil. So that pleases me.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Although they have too many coils. And these aren't super cheap. I should find out what these cost, the DM-mesh coils, and tell everybody. Just get my browser back up. iJoy, DM-mesh.
Yeah, trying to get that fiber optic network too, man. I've been waiting. They have it all set up in the in the city limits of where I live, but for some reason the local internet provider has like a monopoly running on the joint. So like Comcast can't get their foot in the door, and neither if Verizon's trying to, they got like everything. But I want that. I want that fiber optic for sure.
Me too. We can only get fiber to individual buildings that all go in one building at a time. I can't find coils for this diamond on Heaven Gifts yet.
I thought they were 15 for the pack.
No, I think they're more.
Ew. No bueno.
Let's see. I'm searching.
Stacking it up, Brady?
What's that?
You stacking it up over there?
Oh, yeah. I got my Dreamers stacked. I got 2 stacked Dreamers over here, and then I got my Series Rig Pig over here, too, buddy.
My kind of vape.
Fucking right. Yeah, something to singe your nose hairs.
Well, this may strike you as odd, but I don't have a single mech mod built.
Oh, wow. Really?
Not one. They're all cleaned up, wiped up, put away, set in the closet.
You're all soaring up.
Yeah, they're all back there.
See, this is a good trend in vaping, though. You know, like, I mean, not to discount all the flavor and all the fun and everything, but honestly, you know, we're vaping less e-liquid. Not in the kind of way I'm happy to put e-liquid companies out of business, but it's like we just don't need to always be chucking huge clouds all the time.
No, definitely not. And I see and I feel the appeal for the, you know, gratification you get out of putting out this massive amount of fucking vapor, you know, that giant cloud. I mean, you fill your lung and just, you know, I get that. I do. It's like a stress reliever because you're doing like that whole breathing out and exhaling thing at the same time.
Yeah.
But like when you're in an office or in a tight space, dude, those MTL setups are the shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was vaping in the airport.
Yeah, totally. And like in airport, I mean, in movie theater bathrooms and stuff. It's like no better way to do it.
Surprisingly enough, I'm one of those people that vapes when I'm going through the grocery store.
Oh yeah, me too. If I'm on one of these little tiny ones.
Yeah, I take my Swarns with me. I live by those things, man.
Yeah.
That's my travel gear. I used to have, 3 different mods with, atomizers and 10 different fluids all upstairs, ready to go whenever I wanted to leave. Now it's 2 little rectangles.
Yeah, and it's funny because I live downtown in a major city, and so I don't need to carry as much stuff either. Like at the most, if we're going out all day, I need some battery replacements. Or a charger if I'm going to work or whatever. Work is really the rub.
Check that out.
Loaded. Which one is it?
It's the glazed donut.
Oh, man.
This bottle is probably close to 2 years old.
Oh, my God. Is it dead yet?
It's close. It's down to the wire. You can see the bottom.
Oh, and have you ever tried their cranberry apple juice? It ain't bad. I mean, well, that's if you're into fruit. That's what my go-to is fruit. But yeah, that cranberry apple, it's nice, especially like in the fall. It's got like real cranberry exhale, and it's just it's sweet, man. If you're into fruits, definitely try it. It's from Loaded.
Oh, okay. Element Vape, $15. Yeah, so they're $15 for the box. Sorry, it took me forever.
I'll be right back.
I'm sad about Element Vape. They don't have an affiliate code for me. Okay. Yeah, cool. So they aren't as expensive as I thought. That's good. There it is. And it looks like Vapor DNA is going to be getting them later. They don't have them yet. I'll do a little station identification. Hey, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you're tuned in to Vaping Dawn to Dusk. It's Monday night chat. We're here 3 times a week, Monday nights, Wednesday mornings, and Saturday mornings for Vape AM, my morning show. Today, we have Brady McLeod's. It's my co-host, and Owen is here too on Zoom. If you want to join us on this show any old time, then you can go to Discord, click on the link in the description of this video, and it will give you a link to our private Discord where you can come and hang out and talk to us. And I'm looking on Discord at Josh's speed test result, and he's sad that he's only getting 135 down, 11.5 up. That's about like what I get here. You should be getting better than that.
Yeah, JT Munn and who else was it? Jason Kennedy are saying they think that our spacey background might be fucking with the feed.
I don't know. We did this earlier and it looked okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I've used the same thing before, although I just moved myself inadvertently.
I mean, is it maybe on their side?
Probably. It's impossible to say. Sometimes YouTube decides just to screw up.
Yeah.
I guess as long as the mouth to speech is on point.
Yeah.
You know, can usually be told with a clap.
Yeah, I mean, if you have download problems, try refreshing. And as far, I mean, on my dashboard, the health is good and there's no dropped frames. And so there's something either from YouTube. And remember that the way the internet is structured, there's thousands of nodes between everybody, and any of those nodes can be slow and shitty and cause you to have problems. And also, YouTube encodes this as it comes from me and then re-encodes it and sends it out to you and does all of that in about 8 seconds. So sometimes it obviously does weird stuff. But it doesn't really matter much what's moving on the screen as far as it sending it into YouTube, because it does the re-encoding itself on the fly. As long as I'm giving it enough data. And we're at a super low data rate. Unfortunately, we have to be because my internet sucks. Although we're doing okay. So
Sorry to hear that, JT.
Excuse me for a moment.
Like, yeah,
that's the first live show I've done in a long, long time, my friend.
You can try to set your, like if you're on a browser, you can tell it, or if you're on mobile, you can click on the info thing and tell it that you want like 480p or 240p and try downgrading it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I'm watching the replay on my browser window coming from YouTube, and it's all smooth.
Same here.
Oh, Star Wars. Yeah, no, I didn't get any wraps.
Nice.
I want wraps. We were going to have a little wrap party when Brady came down, but we just didn't have time, unfortunately.
I didn't see any 20 or 21 wraps there. They were handing out 18 650 ones though.
Were they?
Yes.
Lame.
And they didn't have any?
0.
God, people are so annoying. Yeah. Although this time I didn't have any discussions with anybody about nobody tried to tell me that 18650s are superior to 2700s this time. This time, because iJoy was there, I guess, and so many other people were selling mods that had 2700s, like there were a lot of believers.
Yeah. Well, I had to pull up the charts 2 times at the actual iJoy booth for people questioning it. I personally did that for iJoy because people were like, these are only 20 amps and they're I'm like, no,
what?
They're 30.
Yeah, they're 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I was like, are you sure you're not confused with the 4-pronged ones, the 4-leg ones?
Yeah.
Which are 15.
No. Yeah. He's like, no, the 5s. I was like, nah, I think you're mistaken, buddy. And I had to pull up the chart and show him.
Yeah, that's not right.
I had to learn them.
That's the reason why the iJoy kits are so good, because all of their batteries are basically okay. They're not like superstar batteries, but they're okay. And I found out that they only had one batch that had those silly, like I got one batch of the 4-prong ones, and they only came in a couple of kits. They came in I forgot what they were.
16. And I think the Adventure, I think, was one that had the
something like that. She told me, but she was like that. She said they aren't going to appear again. So, but they tried to get away with that.
At the show, they were literally trading out the 4 for the 5 prongs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Tao, Jade, Maui, they were all like, if you have any 4 prongs in your kits, we'll swap them out right here.
Shit, I wish I had brought the 2 that I got. Because that would be nice. Huh. I'll tell you one thing that we've done that YouTube doesn't like is YouTube doesn't like when you go over an hour. That's one thing that it totally complains about. It really annoys me when some people have problems and some people don't, because it's like Google is always asking me if I'm happy with the streaming experience. I mean, it's been 3 years of this, and the answer is rarely yes.
Right.
The answer is so rarely yes, and I'm always sending them big, long letters and sending them emails about the problems I have, but they just, you know, like if you're not big, they just don't care. And even if you're big, I'm not convinced they care very much. They're more just in cover your ass mode.
Yeah. It's
kind of irritating. But having said that, there's no other platform that gives us worldwide distribution for basically free. Basically. I've been sitting here vaping on this wand all this time. I guess I'm just going to keep vaping it until it actually dies. I had it on the charger earlier. Like, I don't know how to take it apart. It doesn't have screws. I'm afraid I will really destroy this thing if I just, like, rrr. Oh my God, Josh says he used to pay $150 for Wi-Fi. Got 26 down and 2 up. That sounds like DSL.
No, what's that update about, Steve?
Yeah, let's hear it. I'm interested. I like these DM mesh coils.
I pushed my stream replay up to 1080p, and I'm still right on point.
Sexy. You're just so sexy. And you zoomed into your own face. That's what I do.
It's OTV.
That's right.
All Owen, all day, all the time.
It is OTV. I'll make you a little graphic. It's OTV. That's a good idea, actually. That's catchy. OTV.
Today on the O.
O doesn't mean orgasm, but you're going to have one when you hear this. And then a little quick 7-second, 5-second intro. Just kidding. No orgasms today. This is Owen.
Battery's working for Oprah.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah, she could use 2700s. Give away the new generation of aid, marital aid. I don't know what to call those. So apparently Google is changing the whole way it works, and they're warning users they may not like the new interface they're applying. Huh, so is that the YouTube interface or like the Google search interface? So they did one where they made any change at all, and then they're anticipating users saying, Google is a bunch of evil, satanic, hellhole bastards for changing something.
How dare you?
Right. Right. That's right.
Oh, the Google search itself. Ooh.
I quit using Google search when I got my Note 8. Wow.
Stack them, stack them, stack them, stack them, stack them.
These are the gold-plated Ultra mods.
Stack them.
You can stack those, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't quite figure out how yet. I need to. It's like I think you might need 3 or 4 of them to do it.
I know you need a spacer.
Yeah, something. I'm thinking you might at least need 3 or 4 of the mods, because I put 2 of them together and I'm like, no.
You don't have any stack setups, do you?
No.
Fuck, I should have given you a spacer because they give you 2 with the Dreamer.
And is that a certain thing?
Yeah, it's just a little spacer that is like, you know, it makes the connection between 1 and 2.
Disc plate.
Center.
Yeah.
Just a little disc, like so.
Got a like little pod, little.
Cool because it's silver plated and it's spring loaded at that too, and spring there, and it pushes on that contact.
Do you have one of these or two of these, Brady? You just have one, right?
I have 4, so I will definitely
send you one. Of the Ultras?
Oh, the Ultras. Oh. I just have one Ultra.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yes.
I need someone else with a whole bunch of them so we can just sit here. The thing is, I'm afraid to like manhandle them too much. I know that's silly, but they're gold-plated. I'm going to put my gloves on and play with them sometime soon. They're all in the plastic right now. I've got like a whole box of gloves over there.
Supposedly, I'm supposed to be getting a little care package from them as well. And hopefully it's going to have a couple of those in it. So
probably going to have one of these now.
I tried to get a cheap one while I was at the convention, and they were already all gone.
I got 2 of those at the vendor price.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they were $15 a piece.
Nice.
As compared
but they're going on sale for everybody for $35 a piece, which I think is still a fucking great deal.
Yeah. I mean, I paid 60 or 70 after the discount code.
Yep.
And I wasn't, man, I think it's still a great one.
Industry. No. These new iJoy drip tips unscrew.
What?
The tops come off. They're threaded.
Yeah, but you can just pull it out.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a base with O-rings.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
They're like, it's almost like 2 years ago. You know, this was pretty common to have a 2-piece O-ring.
Yeah.
That was threaded.
It's like Dot 24 did with theirs, too.
Yeah, a little bit. You mean Nolly?
Well.
Or was it? Nolly does all the custom stuff anyway.
Yeah, Nolly did the custom tip for him. But, yeah, the threading's on the plastic rather than on the metal, on the Dot.
Right. That's a great question. Josh is asking what the vape conventions cost. Yeah, it's $10 or $20 a day. It's usually $30 or $40 for the whole week. And like the one in Vegas is 1 day. It's 2 days, but it's vendor day Saturday, public day Sunday. Right? I think.
You get a whole day to vendors, huh?
Yeah, and I can't figure out why they don't do that Friday and have 2 days for people.
Yeah. Seems to be the norm for everywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they did at the one this weekend. They had 2 days for people and 1 day for vendors. And, you know, frankly, the second day for people is usually the slowest. People just run around like, I mean, it's slow. So I can see why they do that.
Half the population show up.
But you still don't need a whole day for vendors. It really doesn't take that long. Unless maybe it's going to be huge. If it's huge, you do. Just getting around everybody will take forever.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Ems is going to a local one there, but it looks a little bit bro. Which one is that, Ems? Is it the one in Birmingham? I think Van Gogh might be there. If they're there, go make friends with them.
Way cool dudes.
Yeah, they'll be your friend. They're nice. Manchester.
Just walk in with your JJHQ sticker on a shirt, and they'll be like, "Give me a hug. Bring it in.
They will.
Bring it in."
They will. Manchester. I don't know about that one. I don't know about any of them, frankly. But I know they're going to one of them out there. Not sure which one. All right, so have we succeeded? Maybe we should call it a night. Do we win?
Whenever you're ready, El Capitan.
Yeah, we're in right under an hour on YouTube, which is the magic time where it doesn't screw with us. So thank you, Owen, and thank you, Brady, for coming to Vaping Dawn to Dusk, the first new show of the year here. Episode 70, 65, 75.
Yeah.
Like, we used to do this every single week. So, love all you guys. Love you. Everybody out there in the audience, thank you. Em, Steven, Josh. There's too many of you guys to name out there. But join us in Discord. Click on the link in the thing down there. And on Wednesday, we're going to have an unboxing of the wand kit from iJoy. And until then, thank you.
Bye. Bye.
I accidentally clicked the wrong button. So instead, we're going to bring the window back up and say thank you again. I'm so good at this.
Thank you again.